It's a lot more sinister than anything we've ever faced before. It's really messed up, guys.
Life has a many doors! I'm going to count to 20, and if you are not hiding, I'm going to kill you.
That's not enough. That's not enough time.
I feel like you're gonna kill us whether we're hiding or not.
3,
I hear him.
4,
I can hear him.
5,
This isn't a game.
10. Levy is a game for me, big boy.
I'm going to die.
18.
Yes, Zach, we're all gonna die.
19, 20. Here I come, everybody.
That was cheating. You skipped 19.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
I don't wanna die. I'm not
J,
ready.
Does he have the radar?
N,
Sam!
I don't think he has the radar. I think he's just going in blind, guys.
T, U, V, W, X. I saw Sammy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Brony Show, episode 278. 7 years of Pony going on, and the show is still going as well. Who'd have thunk it? And I am your host, as always, ready to bring you all of the fun, frivolity, insanity that is the Brony community for this week, Circuit Maine. And I am also joined by a wonderful cavalcade of 2 people. We are joined by Deathlight Productions.
Hey.
And Toakoi.
Hello, all you crazy people. How have you been?
And we should also be joined by Suki a little bit later. Unfortunately, he heard the call of gaming releases. The call of a park down in south where the Colorado pines grow and superheroes tread in small stature. Mysterion the Coon and Mintberry Blast.
Alright, that last one didn't seem right.
Actually, that actually was one of them. But yeah, Tsuki went to go and pick up his special extra copy of South Park, The Fractured Butthole, and will be joining us here very shortly. And yeah, Mintberry Blast was actually it's the complicated one. Let's just say it's a really weird episode.
Yeah.
Right. But we're not talking about South Park. No, we are talking about My Little Pony and the My Little Pony movie. It's been out for over a week now. It's done rather well in theaters. People have gone and seen it. And now it is time to reveal all. But first, we all have to do what we always do. And that is to talk about our daily lives and warm up our vocal cords with a little bit of What's Up, Brony. Oh, that's just a wonderful background image, isn't it? So,
yes.
The Luna one?
Yeah, the Luna one. So, while we're freaking out here a little bit, actually it's perfectly fine for Halloween, come to think of it. What's up, Bronies?
Before I saw the MLP movie on my birthday, which was Saturday, I saw A Mountain Between Us, and very good film. I would recommend it, but it's definitely one of those romantic movies, but not a romantic comedy. More romantic survival.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as for me, I will go ahead and shout out to everybody out there. I did have a nice little vacation, a few days off of work, and pretty much most everything. I ended up gorging myself on tons of anime. Of course, when I say tons of anime, I pretty much mean about 4 or 5 different series. Which actually doesn't sound all that much if you really think about it, but I went from beginning to end on several of them. Digimon Tri, Space Cadet Luluco, I think it's called. Luluco is definitely right there. Yeah. Wish Yuki was here. We'd have a little fun with that. Along with that, let's see. Assassination Classroom, My Hero Academia.
Now, season 1 or season 2? Because
Yes.
all right, so you are on to that point.
Yeah.
By the way, you will love the upcoming arc, especially an All Might fight. Not saying what All Might fight, but it's going to be awesome.
Well, we'll wait until it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Any case, but along with that, I'm getting a little excited here because end of the week I'm also going to a anime convention, which is pretty much why I went completely crazy with the anime. So yeah, the weekend is going to be completely spoken for me. Of course, that means no Saturday morning cartoons, no MLP episode. The Let's Play might be just truncated down to one game. And I'll be, no RPG group or anything like that. But plenty of shenanigans to be had regardless.
Yep. Also, since I saw this Sonic.
No, let's leave that alone for the actual main discussion here.
I know.
Yeah, I've been just really busy.
Yeah.
October.
It's October, and you have a good spooky voice.
Good yeah, no, but just today I edited 5 chapters for the thing that I'm posting for Halloween, and then 6 chapters for just my standard upload for Monday and Tuesday, and I still have to do my Saturday chapter upload, and now I have to also have somebody else for their audio editing.
Yeah, but hey, at least you're doing what you love.
I would rather get sleep. I mean, past 4 weeks, I've been getting 2 to 4 hours of sleep almost every night.
Nice. That's not bad. Well, no, wait, that's terrible.
Yeah. It's terrible, and I've had no coffee in my system, no energy drinks, no nothing, so...
That's even worse! What are you doing to yourself, man?
Slowly killing.
That would do it. I asked, and that was the answer. Alright, well, let's go ahead and jump into a little bit of news here. Of course, we're catching up on 2 different weeks, but the news has been a little on the light side, mostly due to the movie, and plus I had to keep it light in order for us to get to the meaty discussion. Let's start off with probably the biggest thing that has actually happened during the week. The show Bible has apparently been leaked. Now, of course, this came right off the hooves, quote-unquote, of the fact of Season 7 accidentally getting completely released, including the last few episodes that have yet to actually been officially aired. But the show Bible was essentially the big thing that they used to advertise the show and its initial pitch creation, as well as a lot of things that were used as part of the show. Script episodes, movie ideas, a lot of things in there. But yeah, this is basically a huge thing. Apparently 32 gigabytes worth of stuff that got dropped onto the internet. Now, why are we bringing this up? Because with a leak like this, you want to be careful not to get yourself wet. Essentially, this is the kind of stuff that if you actually use some of the assets that were in this Bible, it could actually lead to massive repercussions. Not just for you, but the community as a whole. Now, a lot of people remember a lot of Hasbro doing a lot of YouTube strikes on a bunch of different animated things. The big thing about that is the show assets got leaked by accident. And when this happened, obviously they needed to protect their assets, and in order to do so, they had to do legal fun things, which nobody liked, but had to be done. Now this is a times 10 kind of a situation. This can get really bad if people do use some of these assets. Of course, we're probably... Sorry.
I was about to say, the only caveat is if you can prove that it is... that your thing is an independent thing before this leak happened and you had no knowledge of said information, then you're in the clear. But that will be a prove it situation, not a the hell situation.
Dude, in all honesty, mostly they'd have to be concerned about Flash assets more than anything. And a lot of YouTube animators and things like that have been using scenes from the show when it comes to the PMVs, or doing things that are obviously outside of the normal show animation. There's only a few exceptions which they were really, really good and could actually be confused for show assets, or were actually used for used show assets. So, in all honesty, I think we're a lot better prepared for this as well, but it is still something to be very, very cautious about. Just a bit of a warning there. Now, for on to bigger and better things. So, who wants to go to McDonald's and get some Szechuan sauce?
Nope, because that turned into a bigger hootenanny than anything we have done yet, even Las Pegasus.
I wouldn't exactly call it a hootenanny, but instead, how about we go to McDonald's, because My Little Pony toys have shown up in the Happy Meals once again. Nice little combination of both figures and masks this time around. So you got Rarity, Pinkie Pie, Twilight Sparkle, because you absolutely have to, and Rainbow Dash.
And I'm sorry, I would go to McDonald's and be like, ooh, an Optimus Prime mask. Yay!
Oh, what do you know? They do have an Optimus Prime mask. So yeah, you can get Optimus Prime or the different Transformers as well. Robots in disguise. So, yeah. There you go. McDonald's has pony stuff. Go get it. Moving on. And this time it won't run out in about 5 minutes.
Hi-oh.
Yeah, that's another joke there. Now, for those of you who love collecting the little figures from the European magazines, and now that I think about it, why haven't I plopped over to the news thing here? There we go. Much better. Tempest Shadow figures have started to pop up over in the MLP magazine that shows up every month. As we mentioned, this was the next figure to be showing up over there. Now, yeah, it's a funny little thing there. You can just see the awesome little figure. So there's that. Now, those of you who gather into the Android game, the Android has updated their game to 4.0.0, which is starting the movie events. Of course, right now they're knee-deep into the movie events. It actually goes to... It follows the events of the movie pretty well to start. And then it just kind of slides off into its own little thing a little bit with what happened during the movie to some of the other characters. Supposedly. Honestly, I would take it with a grain of salt, and I wouldn't exactly, consider it, what's the term? CMC? Canon. Would that be about canon, or maybe like light cannon? Glass cannon?
Sorry, I didn't catch all of what you said.
Basically the events that are going on in the Android game for the movie.
Slightly different than the movie. Slightly.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to the points where hold on, after the main six get separated from everything else and you go back and deal with Happer and them, that part of the story is different.
True. It definitely is. And it also goes to events with Capper and Captain Solano after the events of the airship, supposedly. Granted, I'm not sure exactly how true to the movie background it really is or not. But still, it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it still. I'm still fishing for items, waiting for another clock to run out.
Yeah, I'm confused about this last clock because of what I've been seeing of the timers after that, and the timer for the end of the event.
Yeah, it feels like it's going to be a rush at the end there.
Oh, it's totally concerning because it seems like those timers should end a day after the event.
Yee. Well, for better news anyway, how would you like to have a metal pony?
Now, are we talking die-cast or only painted metal?
Actually, I'm not sure about the die cast or painted metal. But okay, let me see if I can actually find it here. A company called Fascinations has apparently and that is not right either. What the?
Boop, 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 boop.
Sorry, please bear with me. Things have gone wrong. There we go. A company called Fascinations has released a My Little Pony metal sheet set.
Mm-hmm.
Which basically...
Also,
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, Tech Stallion, Transformers and MLP are kind of the boy and girl cliche, but I know my sister who's a big Transformers fan and me who's a Brony, so...
I love them both. They're both awesome. Alright, but yeah, these, I'm not sure if they're die-cast metal or what exactly, but they're 3D metal model kits, which you can take apart and then put together into all sorts of different figures. In this case, all main six are represented here in metal figures.
Hey, Suki!
And
Yep.
Suki has returned.
They look almost like they're powder coated.
Yeah, it kind of does.
They might be, but in all honesty, I do not know exactly how these are all set up, so... all I could do is really wait for them to officially release, maybe get one or two and try it out.
Mm-hmm.
But they look cool either way.
Yep.
And now, the My Little Pony movie DVD has apparently on German Amazon a set release date of March 16th. Right now, that's the rumor that it's when it's going to release, so we are not exactly 100% sure on that. We'll pretty much have to wait and see.
For something like this, I refer to like how the Power Rangers movie came out. That was out in March, and we got it in like July. So about that time frame for Lionsgate movies.
I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm sure it's just not gonna pop up overnight or something like that.
Hey, Circuit.
Yes.
You remember when it took a year to get anything from theater onto VHS?
Oh man, I remember when a year was when it was a bad movie. It's like a year and a half of when it was a good one.
Yeah.
You just you're waiting in the movie store. You hear, oh, the sequel's they're about to come out with the sequel. Oh wait, now that it's on video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because back then they were like, we're gonna make sure that it is completely run its course through the theaters. Like there's not even a dollar theater still playing this movie.
I know. If the dollar theater was basically your last chance before it actually did, you'd have to wait a while before the video. And now, literally have movies still in the dollar theater as the DVD comes out or the Blu-ray.
Hell, DVDs and Blu-rays have come out while the movie is still fucking in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Not to mention the on-demand stuff.
Yeah.
See this movie before it's in theaters. See this movie before it's on DVD.
Okay, I couldn't resist finding this. Spaceballs the video. Here you are, sir. Spaceballs the movie.
Of course, Mel Brooks, you magnificent genius.
Yeah. But...
By the way, Circuit.
Yeah.
Apparently, I was wrong. I'm not sure if it was because I pre-ordered it. But, no. Stick of Truth just comes with Fractured Butthole.
Nice.
Nice.
You get a digital copy.
Wait, don't you mean it the other way around? The Fractured Butthole comes with Stick of Truth, or?
Well, I think it can mean the same thing either way, but...
2 for 1, essentially.
Makes sense, though. Seeing as it is a direct tie-in to the previous game instead of just...
Yeah. I also apparently get Tally, my gaming bud.
Don't forget to bring it down.
It says in-game content, and apparently it was a pre-order bonus, was to get Tally.
Yeah, I also saw in a few videos that you can get the Assassin's Creed hood.
All right. Well, let's get back into news here real fast because we do got quite a bit to pile in here, and we are on the last little bit of news that we held up for everybody. The My Little Pony collectible card game has teased the new card set that is purely based off of the movie. And of course, since it's based off of the movie, the name kind of reflects on that. I believe it's called Sequestria and Beyond for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And of course, you can also play as the beloved Brian before his untimely demise.
Brian, no.
Well, bright side, he actually was more than throwaway line. He was in the for more than 5 seconds.
Still, why, Brian? Why did you have to go? Anyway, moving on.
Oh.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get into our challenge of the week. Challenge of the week, 2 weeks ago, unfortunately, was ponies and camping. And we got a number of submissions, 5 of them to be exact. So let's go ahead and show them off one at a time. Starting off with Mike Nyes. So here we got a few ponies camping on a nice little campfire.
Or are they resting at a bonfire? Who knows?
That is not a bonfire. Seriously, Suki, would you even consider that a bonfire?
You were midgets?
I call it a cooking fire.
There you go, cooking fire, maybe.
Yeah, that's definitely a cooking fire.
Name's a cooking
But
fire.
I see no spawn.
Okay, but yes, yeah, this is based on the artwork of Gods Will Be Watching, which sounds familiar, but I'm not placing it right off the top of my head. Anyway, moving right along here. Next, we have the artwork of our own Deathlight Productions here, and it looks like a little bit. Looks like some ponies playing a little bit of tug of war.
Yeah, I ran out of time. I didn't get to finish it all. I was planning on putting a background too, but oh well.
Alright, but for some of you are saying, wait, we're doing this 2 weeks after the most recent episode. Technically, he did have this in before last week. Then things happened.
Yeah,
Oh.
namely sketching.
Oh, you know what I just realized?
What's that?
I actually have not seen the latest episode. Technically, that's supposed to have aired.
Oh, really? I thought you showed it on your own stream.
No,
I was at work.
Touche.
I was at work and I forgot to take the files that my roommate had and put them on my computer so I could watch it.
Okay, everybody, that means that Suki is going to be a blind reaction. This is going to be awesome.
Yep.
We're expecting Toa to ruin the first 5 minutes in the first 5 seconds.
Okay.
She
And
really said I'm not going to ruin it.
Speaking of
all
Toa
right,
Koi,
up until we get to that point, it's time. I'm going to go preload South Park into the X.
alright, I wouldn't take too long. We're about to jump into the movie here.
No, I know. No, I mean, like, I literally just need to turn. I literally just need to switch over inputs and just.
Yeah, I know. You just need to actually turn the thing on and put in the disc, and then it'll start all that fun stuff.
Yep. Plus, I got like 2 codes to put into Xbox Live, but yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Alright, so Toa Koi has his camping trip. You can see Creature in the background, and you can see the hell spawns. Huh?
CC. Creature is blue. CC is...
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know why I thought that was Creature. I don't know. That's CC. You can see CC and me and our little hell spawns. I am considering them hell spawns. They are cute, but they are hell spawns.
Well, one of them is the mixture of you, Blanked, and Slick, so yeah, I think what the hell spawn counts.
Fair enough. Yep. And there we go. Next, we have our all-favorite Dr. Bristle, who once again
Happy birthday on Saturday, so I did thank him.
Cool. How nice of him. But yeah, Dr. Bristle and his girlfriend, Lovely Maine, apparently camping out with Rarity, a little overdressed, and Camp Laszlo.
Laszlo.
They have Laszlo. Yeah, they have Laszlo there. Completely random, but a different random than what we would normally get out of him. So I'll give him a little credit for doing something completely separate.
That was completely unexpected.
Yeah, yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
Although it does make sense.
Yeah. But yeah, little camp out trip. No argument here. And finally, from our latest new submissions that are starting to pop up, Kid Chaos 64, or as he is known in our wonderful little chat room here, Chaos Zakai. We have Sombra meets Jason over at Camp Crystal Lake. Of course, this was a little bit more humorous, as Friday the 13th was just a few days ago, literally. So,
yep.
Yeah. Was a little disappointed myself. I wanted to do something crazy for Friday the 13th, but it didn't exactly happen.
Yeah. But Chaos, that is a very nice drawing. I would love to see this colored at some point.
Yeah, I find it more interesting that Sombra... I get the joke. Camp Crystal Lake.
Yep.
Sombra at Camp Crystal Lake. Yeah, actually, that makes perfect sense. In a weird, crazy way. Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Dude,
So,
it took you a moment, didn't it?
It took a second. It did. I'm kind of trying to jump from one thing to the next here, so I'm a little scattered. I do admit that, but it took a second there. So that is it for our news. There is still plenty to check out in our show notes here, and I do highly recommend it. There's actually an entire video segment on M.A. Larson about the episode of Fame and Misfortune, which kind of did a little bit of fandom bashing. Admittedly, it wasn't exactly all his idea on that one. But there's a lot more involved with it. Be sure to check it out. There's also...
I didn't see it as fandom bashing, personally. I saw it more of, this is how people react. Star Trek fans reacted this way. Star Wars fans reacted this way. We reacted this way. It's general fandom.
I know. I'm just talking in general. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just reporting the news. There's also the article about the Scootaloo's family showing up, and apparently Scootaloo has lesbian aunts. I'll let you guys try to figure out that one. And a bunch of other things. But let's go ahead and move on here.